let's look back to another part of Final Fantasy 16. In the last part, we got some, story. How we're gonna get up here. We're gonna fly on up. I think Dion's gonna take us up, rather than Joshua doing it. But before we get into the nitty-gritty story, I was correct in assuming that we were gonna get some side quests, and side quests we damn did, guys. We got like 11, I think 11 side quests decided to just pop on up, and of course, we're gonna do the most important one first, Torgles. So we're starting at Port Isolde and seeing where he wants us to go. Rest destination found. Okay, I am here. We're getting on a rowboat to go to an island that Torgal wants to go to. What Torgal wants, Torgal gets.
After all these years. Lots more than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy.
Oh.
I wasn't being serious.
Torgal's like, right, you swim. You push the boat. Torgal's getting awfully sassy. I think he's in his teenage phase now, guys.
This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on.
It's
there.
a completely new area.
I bet I could still beat you.
You could beat Torgal when he was a puppy. Like, I would still think the puppy would win. How did Torgal ever get up there? Surely he didn't. There's ladders.
Here we are. This was our hideaway.
How?
Wasn't it, Torgal?
Is there like stairs in the side to get up? Oh, look at baby.
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. In Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here?
When? Oh, when he was with Sid, right?
My sparring sword. Well.
Oh.
You never stopped looking for me.
I'm gonna cry.
Did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
For never giving up. For never forgetting.
Oh, what a good boy. Look how cute he is. He's so cute.
Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
Oh, what a good boy. Gonna need to wipe my face. Because I've just got just the smallest of tears on my face now, guys.
That's not the way back
during,
to the boat,
during the
Torgal.
next cutscene, I'll wipe my face.
All right. I'm coming.
Oh, he went and found everything he could find to do with Clive because he was looking for him. I'm gonna wipe my face now, so I'm gonna mute.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Okay, I wiped my face. I read the subtitles. I had to take the headset off, so I was like, I couldn't hear what was happening, but I read it. So. Is that it? How dare they make me do a side quest just to cry? That was the that was the only reason that quest existed, was to make me cry. There was no fights in it. It was just pure tears, tears and sadness. Can we go back there? You could wait. Can we actually go back there? Oh, cool. Right. Next thing we're gonna do is make for gardening. So we're looking for an inconvenient truth, which is in Wallowed, which is over here. I think I'm going to the right place. I've started to briefly learn the map, guys, of where Wallowed and Dhalmekia and Dhalmekia, all that jazz. Is this the right place? Yeah, gardening. Cool. Oh, that was such a sad quest. There was no reason for it to be sad, but it was sad.
Faster!
He was such a good, but I'm not gonna think about it. I'll make myself start crying. I will just start crying again, guys. I'll just start crying at the fact the dog's such a good dog. Oh, wolf. The wolf's such a good.
This might take a while.
That'll take no time at all. We are just running. Oh, what is our, I said I'd maybe put Zandusuke back on, assuming that we got enough points. We're nearly got enough points. Maybe doing these quests will give me enough points. We'll see. He's gonna make me go off on
The
Broja.
entire village looks abandoned.
Yeah.
Now, which house would I book where I'm living?
Right, what was our? Let me just check my. Cool. I'm checking all of our abilities to make sure I've got them, or not that I got them, to make sure I know what's where. Hello, it's very dark. I'm not gonna read these. I'm gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna read them.
This is a Royal Army logbook.
The Moogle!
Did he
Oh,
take
hold
this
on, I
from
will read that. An Asperus sprite appears more often in Valisian folktales than the humble Moogle.
Local barracks.
From a distance, found it! Chapter 16. The Fall of the Bears. The emergence of the first magic adepts was widely heralded as a gift from the gods. Indeed, the title with which those with the gift came to commonly known is more likely a contraction of bearer of the heavenly blessing, the wording used by tribunes of the time. Those born with the blessing were lauded as live crystal and granted high office and plentiful rewards for their status as chosen one. Over the years, this reverence for their kind would become a full-fledged religion, led by bearers themselves, a development that would be prove fateful. The divers nations of the time were unanimous of their disapproval of the founding of the church. While the authorities had years welcomed bearers into position of power in their own structures of state, they were mistrusting of an organization led by bearers for bearers. Efforts were immediately made to chasten the church and its followers, banning members from holding office, evicting adherents from their homes, and breaking up meetings by force. The church responded by forming a volunteer army to resist the persecution, and yet it continued, creating a cycle of ever-increasing bloodshed and rancor, and a growing rift between those born with the blessing and those without. What began with beatings and street clashes would eventually spill over into an all-out war that consumed the greater part of the 24 Naya generation and decimated the population of men and bearers both. The deluge of blood that stained the land of Crimson and left an even more lasting mark upon the minds of the Lycian people. After the Bearer's last resistance was crushed, the nations of Elysia came together to sign the Continental Accord that initiated the system of slavery that persists across the realm to this day. It's well phrased, bears are other than humans, has its roots in the bitter war of years, before being the blessed only excuse for the calamitous refusal to allow the blessed to decide their own destinies.
This is it. But if what it says is true...
Can I not just leave? Nah. I was gonna say, can I not just leave this way? No, the game's like, no, you've got
I
to
need
fight.
to get this back to the hideaway.
I do love that it doesn't let me warp out. I was wondering why it said leave Garnick.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Okay.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book.
No.
Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
If you think so. Where did you come from? Hello?
Let's see, shall we?
Did they just teleport? Hi, we're gonna get phoenixed very, very quickly. I'm assuming that killed them?
Nice try.
Don't know why I didn't dodge it there. I just took it. Don't know why I didn't diamond this. I was like, I'll just do it normally. Yeah, again, don't know why I just took that. Like, maybe I felt bad that I was about to absolutely demolish him. So I just let him hit me. Like, watch this. Pow! Look at all that health disappear. Like, this man had health. Yep, don't know. Dodge it. See, I actually dodged it that time. I did dodge it the second time.
Nice try.
Bam. My brain went, where am I? You're gonna die from this. You're literally gonna die from this. Yep, Torgal. Done. Alright, give me a lot of ability points. I need more ability points than that. Yay, got more. If I need clutch mines for making stuff, I'll just buy them. They're like the only material I don't have a million of. Because you found them in like the desert.
Impressive. But we have other means.
Well, yeah.
We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly
you
anyway?
can claim it after I read it.
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull.
Rude.
So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now.
Thank you.
The world is small. We shall meet again.
If you say so.
Until then.
Wait.
Are you telling me these people can just disappear? I mean, I suppose they could teleport.
Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
To Vivian we go. We'll pick up 2 other quests while we're back here, I guess, and then we'll do the 3rd one that our uncle asked us to do. Vivian's this way. I'll just grab quests of people who are close to me, I guess. Or maybe I'll go that way and pick up those 2 over there. Hello, Vivian.
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not
One
of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Instead of accepting the quest like I was saying, I think I will just go straight to it, and that way next part we'll just start all the quests and go do all the quests, just to keep it all together. So let's go find Three's a Company. Randala is here somewhere, right? No? Is Randala not? Maybe I'm wrong. I thought Randala was... Maybe I am right though. I'm pretty sure Randala is a Dominican Republic. Maybe it just doesn't say. Maybe it's not got teleports. I'm pretty sure Randala is Dominican Republic. Well, we'll jump here and we'll see if I can see the quest marker somewhere. Dang, these are quests I need to pick up, I assume. Yeah, what's this? Shop? There? 3 second pay, okay. At least I'm correct, it was in the domain. I just didn't know didn't know where to teleport to for it, but I was right.
Do you see that too?
So we'll run on over to Randala. Come on, you can run. You can run, Clive, run.
Please. Just make it stop.
These guys aren't that dark. They make it seem like it's an eclipse happening. Woo woo! And just running over, you know, ignoring the enemies as we go. We're nearly level 50. I guess I'll get to see if level 50 is indeed the cap. Isn't this person possibly just going to be turned? Or are these... I suppose I don't see any ether fluids. I was expecting to see the people dead or turn the Kashik in the previous questline, but there was no one in the village. So I mean, that might mean that they survived if they weren't turned, right? Because I was expecting to have to do a Kashik fights there.
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
Huh.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't.
Try me. You are all
Then
just about to get Phoenix flamed and die.
finish him.
Like, in a snap of the fingers. Ready? You ready for it? Get ready for it? Da 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 boom. Oh wow. They didn't all just die? I find your existence to be very rude. Could I convince you into not existing? I'm just gonna do this because it's funny. Yeah. Oh, someone's still alive, hello? I didn't kill him quite. I thought he was dead. I was like, why is it not finished? I was like, maybe more enemies. The reinforcements are coming. No, there's this guy behind me.
A little longer than I'd have liked.
Really? Only took me like 20 seconds.
Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace.
You swear a lot.
Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis, or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dhalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Come and get,
Is that so?
Lubar?
And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Lubar?
Beggars can't be choosers.
I'm gonna guess
Suppose we'll
Lubar.
all have
He's
to find
pretty
a little of the
charismatic.
outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine.
Or eat his carrots.
No. This is a job for someone with experience.
You're gonna tell me who it is?
Someone like Quentin.
Oh, okay.
I hope I can convince him at least.
I think Lubar would have been a shout as well. I suppose we don't even know where Lubar is right now, do we? Where is I don't know where the Gotland Bales are, I'll be very honest. I have literally no idea where that is. Is a new one popped up somewhere here? Yeah, I was guessing. Oh, he's actually still in Lostwing? Oh, well, they're not in Lostwing, they're close to Lostwing, because Lostwing was obviously lost in Aether Flood. Yeah, look at that. I'm just running over to him. This whole place is Aether Flooded? This has got really nice music here. I'll just run. I'm not calling Ambrosia for like 3 seconds. I wish we got more. I hope there's another quest to do with Ambrosia. I hope one of these quests are related to Ambrosia. I feel like we just didn't get a lot to do with her. And we should have got a bit more. Hello.
Quentin, I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on then. Propose.
Will you marry me? No.
You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
Oh, maybe.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
Is that us done it then? If we've now got an embassy. Let's go. Like I said, these parts may be a bit longer, but it's because I do want to finish the 3 that I at least and that I take on everyone. So it just really depends on how long it's gonna take. Is he still here? No, he's not there. Where is it? Is that him? Did I run by him? I did run by him, didn't I? Hello.
Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution, and I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his. But yes,
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
When did I help
Now,
someone?
I must be getting back to the manor.
I don't remember.
Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
Is this quest still going? Is this quest still going, or am I done? Oh, it's just gonna teleport me there. My god.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with akashic?
You find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen. Perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. Two such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man!
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal!
Criminal? How dare you? You are not
How
fit to
dare
breathe
you.
the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw!
Once more onto the breach.
I could let them deal with it themselves.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes, and I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the triunity. Rutherford,
The triunity,
Mike
sure.
Will. Well, my boy, the stage is set.
that it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall, and there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
Quest complete. And it was a bit of a long one, but we got there. I wish it gave us some. Oh, triunity accord in the breath of darkness, heaven's cloud. I don't use heaven's cloud, I don't think. But with that, we'll be ending this part off there. In the next part, we're going to go grab another 3 quests in the hideaway. Just make my way up here while I'm doing my outro. So, where's the... Wait, where am I? Hello? I was like, where's the elevator? It's here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to poke that like button, subscribe, and comment your comments, because they are comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!